100,000 on a beat.
Great day to be a Tiger. JSU by 40 campaign. Coach Taylor, I was just thinking, I was sitting in my office and we were talking about Jackson State athletics, the tradition of Jackson State. You played here. What if 50,000 alums gave $40 a month for 12 months?
Man, that would be huge. That's money in the bank for athletic program.
Let's do this, Coach. I'm challenging all 50,000 alumni of Jackson State University, supporters, fans. Let's give $40 a month to JSU by 40 campaign. 12 months, 12 million. September to August, let's win championships in the classroom. Let's support Jackson State University. Let's support athletics. And let's make sure our coaches and our student athletes are successful. So again, Coach Taylor and I are challenging you, all 50,000 alums, $40 a month for 12 months to support Jackson State athletics. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Support the JSU by 40 campaign. Visit gojsutigers.com/JSU by 40.
What's good, everybody? Happy Friday. What up, bro?
What's up, man? What's up, DI Love family?
What's up, man? All good, man. Closing out the week strong, man. TGIF. I always try to say that. I be trying to say TGIF on Mondays, on Wednesdays. But now, if I can finally say it, it's on Friday, man. What's up, everybody? As you come in, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the share button, hit that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. Become a channel member, Go ahead and hit that, click that link in the bottom of every video we put up here to join and become a channel member. Whether you're bronze, silver, gold, platinum, every level of membership on the channel supports the platform and allows us to continue to do what it is that we do. Coach, what's up, baby? Good to see everybody. What's up, brother Tim? How you doing, man? Sorry about that. My eyes trying to mess up on me right before the show start. But yeah, man, happy Friday, man. A lot to get into this week. I mean, to close the week out. Whole lot, man. Coming up off signing day. News breaking today, the potential D coordinator stepping away. We're gonna get into all that stuff, man. We'll talk about it all tonight. Not sure how long we'll be on, but we'll go Jerome X North Carolina. I like that. I'm giving Zoe 45 minutes. Hang in there, brother. A long day, I see. Hey, man, go ahead and address folks, man. We'll get started after that. I'm pretty sure TD will be up at some point.
What's up, DI Love family? Nah, I'm good. Yeah, signing day was signing day, and excuse me, was potential D coordinator again. I don't look at it like it's a bad thing. It's for every bad, there's some good. Um, you know, that shows the sign of what TC Taylor did, right? It's another coach moving up, or the perception of moving up somewhere.
Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, bro, it's we're still cooking. You know, post signing day. I think we picked up another punter, which is smart because you got one more year with Matt Knoll, and you go ahead and start building for that. You know, building for the future. So, and we'll touch on all of that, man. But other than that, man, just it was a great busy week. You know, got a chance to get home and mix it up, spend some time at the school and for a short period of time, and then get on in and get on out, and just a lot of work, man. I do want to I say, man, I know from a Tiger Talk standpoint, is we'll do a lot better with the volume. We're looking at doing some different things with some microphones and stuff like that, man. So, and then two, you know, we're gonna ramp back up the initiatives, man. If we see something that we want to do, I said we weren't gonna do that, but man, if we see something we want to do, we're gonna do it, man. So y'all be ready to jump on in whenever we got something that we called to order, if that for lack of better terms, man. But yeah, man, I can go ahead and put these up real quick. We'll jump into that. For those, if you don't know that we do have a foundation, if you don't know that you've been on a rock, come on out from up under that rock, man. Go to Givelify, friends of KC-1400 Inc. And this is another way to donate. I mean, we appreciate the channel's members, the subscribers. We appreciate those that donate via Cash App. If you look at the ticker at the bottom, of course, we got the Cash App, PayPal, Zelle. If you like to add a financial contribution, or you can do the super chat. Hadn't seen those in a while. You know, if you want to drop a super chat donation, feel free to do that as well. But if you want to get that tax break on what you give, you can go to Givelify, and it'll be a tax break. We are 501c3. And, we're ready to rock and roll. So also the website is up. Still got merch from shirts that we've done throughout the 2023 year. Whatever's available is on the scene. You can pull it up and go in there and purchase from that point. Now, with that being said, we do have a live initiative going right now. We got a lot. You see it. I'm rocking the red T-shirt as we speak. I mean, this is the first print of that. Today is going to be we're going to close out the pre-order today. So listen, family, if you haven't purchased an Herb T-shirt, like I said, we partner with Herb Mulligan. This is our first time doing from an NIL standpoint, partnering with one of our brand ambassadors from a merch standpoint. We got three options. You got a red, white, or blue. All shirts that have been paid for from the initial order. I'm back in town. I am here. So those will ship out tomorrow. I'll drop those off I'll drop all those off on tomorrow to the post office, and those will be out more than likely to be in your hands by the top of next week. So I'll be working on that all day tomorrow. So once we do that, we'll get rocking and rolling. So, but if you haven't, we're gonna close out the pre-order tonight, and we'll round that up. We may even push it throughout the weekend. I know we're going into the Super Bowl weekend, but if you haven't, go to KC-1400 Media and grab your T-shirt, man. We literally, Herb's gonna get paid from all T-shirt sales. So just, if you haven't been watching, we just want to reiterate that again, and to support him and what he'll be doing. I know that we do have a fundraiser coming up. The experience is going to be coming up. We may even have some shirts on the scene then for him to offer to those that are coming in that haven't had a chance, because everybody don't watch the show. We wish they would. That's why we ask for you to like the streams, share the streams, and subscribe. And therefore, we can continue to get that engagement back up. A little down right now because of, it's not football season. So when football season's over, engagement goes down a little bit. And we understand that Jack State football is the hot ticket, but we still going to cover these other sports. We're still going to talk about it. We're coming off signing day. And Irv is one of our big recruits that came in a year or so ago and was the best running back in the league until he got hurt. But he's returning, and he's going to have an amazing big-time year. So be a part of this movement to support one of my brand ambassadors through this channel in this NIL space that we're in. And the only way we can do that is that you shop with us. So Not gonna beg. We just putting it out there. If it moves you, if you like what you see, go ahead and grab you a T-shirt. If you haven't already, go ahead and grab you one. So, but shout out to Irv. Next up, we want to shout out our official channel sponsors, Cannon Toyota of Vicksburg. Actually had one of our supporters, reach out to me today, asking me for the number again. For those that, if you do watch the show, we definitely put this up here every show. You can reach out to Greg Lindsay at Cannon Toyota of Vicksburg, 601-218-5809. Or you can call the GM. We got Billy Crozier name up there. He's the general manager of Cannon Toyota. He's the one that we partner with, and we appreciate the support of them for allowing us to continue to be mobile to do what we do. Billy's number 601-835-6100. So we may have a sale coming down the pipe with our partnership, and that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, one sale pretty much takes care of a lot. It makes the partnership worth it. So if you're looking for a vehicle, definitely, a new vehicle. If you're looking for a Toyota, a Honda, give them a shout. Next up, y'all have our local channel sponsor as well, Auto Masters. Shout out to Brother Timothy Poe, Terrence Lyles. Again, apologize, I wasn't able to get by there this week. Had way too much going on. We had a tight schedule and just kind of slipped my mind at one time because I just kept moving from thing to day. Then had some other stuff kind of happen. I won't get into all of that, but shout out to Auto Masters for being a direct supporter of the platform and the channel. You can reach out to them, 601-927-7794. You can hit up Terrence or Tim. Tell them Ken and Zoe sent you. Looking for whatever it is you're looking for, they can find it. And they'll take care of you. Website, www.automasters06.com. And we appreciate our channel sponsors. Let's get to the meat and potato. We're going to start with one of our beloved brethren who always on the show. Happy for Nugget, man. We want to start it off here. The Massachusetts Pirates of the UFL gearing up for an exciting 2024 season with the recent signings of former NFL defensive back Matt Elam and standout cornerback John Warren. These two dynamic players bring a wealth of experience and talent to the Pirates roster, adding depth and skill to the team's defensive unit. Now, Zoe, they decided that they're going to bring them on for the entire season. So we want to send a huge shout out to our brother, little bro, DeJohn Warren. Congrats on that, brother.
Yeah, kudos to Nugget, man. It's a big move, and he's still young enough to, still pursue his NFL dreams even after this. So that's means for him to still practice and put work in. You know what I'm saying? To stay in football shape and work and have some, actual game experience while he try to pursue his dream and segue to the NFL.
Absolutely, man. Nugget, if you're out there, man, shout us out. I know Nugget always watch the show. We definitely appreciate the support. But we're happy for him, man. I know recently announced that he was going to be doing some coaching, man, locally. Now it looks like it called him up for an opportunity. But we want to just say congratulations to him, and love it, man. Love this for him, and definitely I need somebody to hit up Aubrey Miller, man. Aubrey Miller Jr. Somebody need to give him a shot. Yeah. You got one of the best linebackers to come through the program sitting right now available, and I don't know what's going on. Keisha Campbell, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? What's going on? That's right, Brother C. Lee. Great news, man. Great news for Nugget, and we're going to be – hey, I don't know who the hell the Massachusetts Pirates are, but we damn sure going to start watching now. We're going to keep up with them now.
It's an indoor league team.
Yep. Yeah, man. So good opportunity for him to go up there and showcase his talents, get on the UFL roster, and do some big things, man. So this Aubrey have an agent. I mean, I don't know. I know he put out there recently that he was still looking for some representation. I'm sure he'll lock in with somebody soon. But we'll definitely keep up with him. Appreciate D Corsi and all those who keep up with the stories of those alums that are out there, man. But shout out to him, and congratulations to him. Next up, as we talked about, sources. Anytime John Bryce puts something out there, you usually know he usually don't put nothing out there unless he knows what he got going on. I just somebody just sent me Bro, you don't have to send me none. So let me say this. I know bro just put that out there. We do our own research. Let me say this. Family, I'm not in roughing the swag. I'm not in swag sports central, none of that stuff. I don't follow. I left them groups years ago. I don't give a damn about what them people talking about. I really don't. I really have funneled my thoughts and opinions about what we got going on and staying locked in and what we doing. I don't give a darn what those people are saying and what they talking about. And you got folks that actually think this is a bad thing because people are stupid. We look for anything to try to troll. But I'm gonna tell you like this right here. If your coaches ain't good, they ain't gonna come for them. You ain't got if your program ain't hitting on nothing, it's not gonna do it. It's not gonna be like that. Coaching is a fraternity, you know what I mean, and it's a lot of coaches know. You keep it tight knit. You build your relationships. So there's still the domino effect, and here's the beauty of it. There is no school in the SWAC. I'm gonna look y'all straight in the camera. There is no school in the SWAC that Jackson State, as a coaching opportunity, wouldn't be in a promotion. Who paid more in the SWAC? That's a good question. I mean, I'm serious. That's a serious question.
Well, who's paying more, who can pay more is different. Now, who's paying more?
I don't want to hit a can if they ain't paying it.
Well, well, I'm gonna give a relative answer. No one is paying more than Jackson right now.
You ain't gotta go no further. I ain't trying to get in. I ain't going down that road. I just wanted to make a point that says a lot about your program when Group of Five or FBS programs. It is what it is. Like, let's be real about something. FCS, HBCU coaches are the lowest on the totem pole when it comes to getting paid in D1. Is that safe to say so?
So what you say?
D1 HBCUs.
Mm-hmm.
Lowest on the totem pole when it comes to pay, right?
In relation to moving up, then yeah.
That's my point.
If you're talking about moving up to the FBS level,
yeah.
Oh, for sure.
This is all I'm saying. This ain't rocket science. I know the answer to the question. I just wanted to add context to it. So, just for context purposes, I mean, the reality of the matter is, first of all, we ain't losing no sleep over this. That's the first thing. With all due respect, love Coach Bradley, wish him the best. He take the opportunity. Our O-line coach went and we got a new O-line coach. We just have
let me stop you there though, because I'm gonna say this, because this doesn't go for Jackson State. This goes for, I don't care what school you're at in the SWAC. I don't care what school you're at, period. I really wish our fans would get over this. This is the most ignorant stuff to be talking about. This is not the 1960s, hell, even the 1970s. You are not going to get a coach nowhere and have them for 10, 15 years.
That's just not the era. That's not the day and age we live in no more.
That's not the lay of the land of college football. Yeah. I mean, you're doing damn good if you got a head coach that's going to be at your school for 10 years tops.
Because the opportunities are so there's a shift in college football. One thing that happened that you have to make account for, probably the reason why some of them coaches that you folk you happy because don't nobody want your coaches?
Well, actually, I'm gonna divvy it up for you. You're gonna lose coaches on both fronts. If you're winning at a high rate, you're gonna lose a coach because somebody wants your coach, and if you're losing bad, you're gonna fire.
Well, here's the other thing. We literally just saw. I was just about to say this now. I was just about to, damn, y'all beat me to it. Chip Kelly just left UCLA as a head coach to be the offensive coordinator for Ohio State.
So the point about all this is, if you got a coach that's been there 2 years and decides to leave, man, the thing is, because I'm finna really cut to it. Because even if a coach been there for 3 years and he has some success, man, congratulate him. Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Keep it moving. It's the nature of the business. But watch this. You know, in the idea of Coach Bradley, and I'm a Jackson State Tiger saying this. A lot of fans was like, "Oh, we don't want him gone anyway," which I thought was ludicrous. Because how are you want a coach to leave after 1 year on his first year in a brand new regime, right? But hey, we all got different opinions. But
Right.
so do with that as you will. But the thing is that you're not nobody's joking if you want to fire a coach after 1 year. But then if he leaves, oh ha ha ha. I don't care. My thing is, I don't care if it's Jackson. It could be Southern family. I don't care.
No, you
The
know
thing
what's up?
is, this is hold on. This is the nature. This is the lay of the land going forward. I can
It is.
assure you, as seasons end, a ton of coaches are going to be leaving, whether they're fired or they choose to go someplace else. We want to get into semantics about, oh, you left as a coordinator to go be such and such here. It works both ways. And then the thing about a resume, Ken, that people got to understand is how you want to manifest or matriculate your life. People worried about, oh, I would have done that. Well, you ain't the one doing it. I wouldn't have made that decision. It's not your decision to make. People have to live their life and do as they see fit. So if he feel like that's matriculation of where he wants to go to further his career, then he felt like he made a great decision. Kudos to him. You support him and wish him the best of luck. I would love to see Coach Bradley be at Jackson State for another year. I think our defense was okay. Could have been better. Of course it could. But Ken, were you expecting a top 5 defense in a coach's first year? So my thing is, what are we expecting?
So let me add something to that. Everything you just said is spot on. I'm gonna start here. I think the biggest thing is that let's address the elephant in the room for our fans. First thing is we kind of suffering from, it's almost like separation anxiety or something. Like we just traumatized with what took place in the recent recent past, I'm sorry, of Jackson State. And it's almost like we celebrate when somebody walks through the door, but we feel like the sky is falling when things when you see people start to make exits for whatever reason. Coach TC Taylor was sitting on Tiger Talk with us. What was that, Wednesday night at the M Bar, and he talked about, it speaks to the type of staff that he was able to assemble. He had a really good staff, and we fell short. Everybody know that we fell short of our goal last year. Really good offensive line coach, Coach J.O. But I go back to this. Coach Nick Saban retires. They hire Kellen DeBoer, and I think that's how Kellen DeBoer from Washington. The head coach of South Alabama is now the defensive coordinator for Alabama. So a head coach that's a group of 5 FBS head coach is going to go make more money. You know what I mean? Just being a defensive coordinator at Alabama than obviously South Alabama. It creates a domino effect. Major Applewhite, former Texas quarterback, was the offensive coordinator there, I want to say. And he gets promoted as the head coach. And our O-line and their O-line coach and D-line coach is really, it came off our staff. It speaks to the type of staff that Coach Taylor has. Now, the beautiful thing about it is he was able to put the staff together. Now, those guys got history, man. They've coached together. They coached at North Carolina Central together. They've been knowing each other quite some time. Even when you look at Jashelle, who was football ops, all of them, everybody come together to do what they had to do, put a great staff together of those that you and you feel it, best to do the job. They did what they had to do, and then opportunities come there. So, but the reality of the matter is, just economically, when you break down the numbers, I mean, I don't know what his salary is going to be as the D-line coach at South Alabama, but I think we can all pretty much say that it's probably going to be more than what he's making as a defensive coordinator. Now, that just kind of is what it is. Budgets are a little bit higher at FBS schools when it comes to that. We can change that in the future, potentially. But the reality of the matter is that when you have an opportunity, coaches who feel like, and then here's the other thing: you got to strike while the iron is hot. your iron ain't gonna be hot all the time, you know. And if you mess around and go the wrong way, you'll be going down the wrong slope. So there's some good coaches sitting at home right now because they obviously wasn't afforded an opportunity to progress their careers. But at the end of the day, what I'm excited about with this is an opportunity for something new, man, for the coaches, for Coach TC to, whether he elevates from within or whether he hires from without. It's exciting because now you get to introduce potentially a new scheme. Many of us, we've heard, we fielded a lot of complaints about scheme and linebacker play and all the shit that we heard throughout the season. Well, guess what? Now you get to hit the reset, and you get to come in with a great roster. I mean, what coach wouldn't be, chomping at the bit that's looking for an opportunity to jump right in, at the FCS, SWAC HBCU level at Jackson State, and you just kind of go from there. And I got an idea. I'm not talking as if I don't know what's happening. I'm just watching the way, Coach handled this thing, and I just like his temperament when we talked to him on Wednesday when he was talking about his staff. And it is what it is, man. It's good you got some places you can go to that can be career killers. And then it's good to have some places that you can go and be a part of a staff and you look for elevation. If all the DDRs could somehow sell previous coaches, dispersing into other opportunities, then you definitely can't look at this as something bad. You know what I mean? This is not a bad thing. This is a great thing. It's a great day for Coach Bradley. I like Coach Bradley. He's a great, no nonsense, straight to the point type coach, and we got a number of love for him, and we wish him all the best at South Alabama. But it's just like anything, and I shut up and let TD jump in here. What's going on, bro? It's next man up. It's next man up. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, this is a great opportunity, man. We got a new wide receiver coach. We got a new offensive line coach. And what I'm seeing is I see improvement. Why would I think anything different from a defensive coordinator standpoint, which is going to create even another greater opportunity? So I love it, man. I love it. And we'll see what happens. TD, Paul, let you jump in there.
Oh, man, y'all doing a fantastic job, man. Y'all covering everything good. Good evening, fellas. First of all,
what's good?
Y'all got it, man. Part of the tardiness, man. I had to, we got me a little quick workout in, man. Ran into a fan of the show there. He said he really loved and support the show.
I say Jeff Weeks. No.
So it's all good.
This is Aquay, love you, sis. Let me address this real quick. Why would Coach do that? Explain to me why he would do that. Coach Weeks was actually on the staff originally. Remember, he gave him a role, and Coach Weeks decided to bounce. Why would he come back? And why would TC bring him back? When you have a coaching staff, when you have a room, it's about, these are the grown men that's in the room that's tasked to lead young men and help develop young men. But I'll say this, and this is not in no shape, form, or fashion. If I had to give my opinion, I have no insight on anything pertaining to anything with whatever Coach TC is going to do. But this is my opinion. If I'm in his shoes, there's one coach on that defensive staff that I absolutely, positively do not want to lose. And his name, my family, is Terenzo Quinn, our defensive backs coach. Our DBs were the best DBs in FCS. Led the nation in interceptions from an FCS standpoint. If you look at the recruiting trail outside of Coach Brandon Moore, shout out to Coach Brandon Moore, by the way, amazing recruiter. That running back room is stout. But explain to me how that man is batting damn near 1,000 when it comes to DBs. I would say he batting 95 because Devin Lafayette decided to go to Troy after he had committed to us from Northern Illinois. He can recruit his butt off. And I want to remind y'all of something that Jaheim Hazel, shout out to Jaheim. We'll sit down with him in New Orleans when we go for the Legacy Bowl. But Jaheim talked about, and then I spent a little time with him. I'm just football mind. He's big on culture. Yeah, he's building a program. He's also knows football. Jaheim said that he was the best DB coach he's ever had in his entire life. And he said there was no disrespect to any of the other coaches that he had, but the way he was able to teach the game and get them to buy into what he was doing. And then you're looking at continuity. You got a lot of dogs in that room, man. You got to keep somebody in that thing. And I'm not saying that that's what Coach going to do. I'm giving my honest opinion since we're talking about it. We ain't running from nothing. But if he went that route and decided to elevate Coach Quinn to defensive coordinator, man, it would be the smoothest transition. You add support staff to support him, and let's rock and freaking roll, man. That's how I look at it. That's my opinion on that. I'll stop right there. I keep going if y'all don't want to jump in there. I got a whole lot of bullets to shoot. I just go ahead, TD.
Man. Man, no. You hitting it on the nail on the head, man. I want to interrupt, man. Keep going.
Hey, the O-line coach, you'll know who the O-line coach is when the school announced him. They'll be announcing the coaches. Look, man, I don't no, you're not hiring Javance as defense coordinator. No. You're just hiring for a position that he's playing. You're not going to do that. Like, I get that. I don't think Coach needs our help, honestly. I really don't. I don't think he need our help. We're just talking about what's transpiring. So I think he did a damn good job of replacing the O-line coach. Whenever it's out, you know, folks are probably, they can do with that what they choose to. We'll talk about it when it's announced. I think he did a damn good job of replacing the wide receivers coach. Whenever that's out, we'll chop that up. We'll talk about it. Because at the end of the day, shut up, man. Ain't nobody cutting no damn panel off. They ain't even talking. I always come y'all ass on here talking. Shut the hell up. Nobody even talking. They on mute and you talking about I'm cutting somebody off. I mean, we streaming right now. I'm in California. Somebody's in Atlanta. Others in Jackson. Sometimes you talk. When y'all gonna figure that part out? We're streaming. We're not sitting side by side. So it may sound like it stopped on my end. I may talk and then. So now you can shut up. All right, go ahead, man. I ain't listening to that shit no more. And don't care who don't like it. Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying that.
I know you wasn't. That's always those jackass that get in the comments that think y'all watching y'all TV on y'all stream, and then I'm talking slow, I'm talking calm, and then I shut up and say anybody want to go, and then nobody does, but somehow I'm cutting folks off because y'all don't understand that y'all watching streams. That's annoying to me. I'm sorry. I'm good. I don't give a damn about all that. I apologize for those that just irks the hell out of me because y'all don't understand how that goes. But anyway.
Hey Ken, so you said you wouldn't mind if Coach Quinn became the defense coordinator. Exactly when you're dealing with the defense coordinator, they call the plays, right? They send in the signal on what the defense is going to run.
Yeah, they do, but at the same time,
hold on. I gotta answer this the right way because I want to live in semantics because you know people watching. No, the defensive coordinator called the plays. Who gonna be sending the plays in? That could be anybody.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, I
was gonna say it comes in as a group.
Well, or however they want to, they can send them in whatever. You see what I'm saying? But to answer your question, TD, I ain't want to get into semantics because I know somebody may run with it. But no, the defensive coordinator called the plays. He calls the defense. But who sends the plays in is how the defensive coordinator want the plays to go in. Whether that's a player, whether they got a call sheet or how call thing or however they do it. But the defensive coordinator calls the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead with your question. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Or like I was gonna add to that real quick. So every group has their group, right? Every
Mhm.
group has their group. You got the linebackers coach. So let's say if this is how they're doing it, and I'm based off what we kind of had a chance to see, it seemed like that's what happened, right? Each coach that manages their group, when that call comes in, they're responsible for their group, making sure that the right personnel is there, making sure all of that is legit. You can't put all that on the DC. The DC has to watch the game, has to basically adjust to the game of the offenses. They got a whole different role that they're doing. So when they see something, they're assessing the game. Okay, we're gonna do X, Y, Z. And when you do that, everybody got to know the cues, got to know the calls, you got to know your personnel, and boom, you disperse accordingly. That's how that works. And I mean, it depends on the coaches too. Because you got some coaches that are head coaches that call the plays and they call everything. They like, some coaches are control freaks. It just depends on, um, you know.
Of course, it's opposite of the offensive coordinator. So basically, if he sees something that he wants, he have a strip the plays. When he call the plays, everybody, you just say, let's say Aubrey. Aubrey might not be in on this package, and what I'm saying, Keontae in on this package. So when he called the play, players have to know their position and which corner, which DB, which linebacker, which safety is going to be in the game on that particular play.
Nah, in most instances, they don't call plays like, to answer your question, in most instances like that, they don't typically run a play on defense for a player. I mean, because I'm about to say that's more of a substitution type, issue.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much majority of the time, defenses are different from offenses. On defense, they pretty much don't call a play. You're either gonna be in or you're gonna be out. They don't typically run, oh, we're gonna run this package you know what I'm saying, on defense because we got Aubrey at linebacker. Now we may run a defense and then we might move a player around, but we still call them the same type of play. Well, you know what I'm saying? That in that regard. But another point too, to your earlier question, that Ken brought up another point too. Some instances, a defensive coordinator actually call plays, and all three position group coaches will get them, and then the coaches are telling their position groups what to run from the sideline on that particular play.
That's a good comment too. Said he's coached linebackers in the past when the DC called Demon, for instance, both linebackers did in all out blitz in the A gaps. I mean, like I said, it all depends, whatever they come up with, TD.
So it varies how they want to run the system.
Yeah, it's always interesting. I don't think there's never really a wrong answer to it. It just depends on the coaches and their style. Like Coach Bradley started off in the press box and then he finished the season on the sideline because he made that adjustment. I guess they responded well. Or what was happening, the DC was making those calls. You know how you watch for those who, I'm not a Cowboys fan like that, but you would see the Cowboys game. You would always see Dan Quinn, who just took over to watch the Redskins job. You'd always see him in the press box. He'd be up up there calling plays from up top. And then when they call those out, I think what was happening, TD and Zoe, I don't quote me on this. I said I think this is what was happening. I think what may happen was the players may have not responded to some of the position coaches in regards to like personnel and stuff like that, or the adjustment type. Because that figure who's over the defense is not really down there and present. Some DCs are like all in your face and all on, you know what I'm saying? They manage it. It depends on it. It comes down to the coach. And that's all I was at. I was just saying, like I said, I don't have any. We don't give out, like y'all know, we don't break news, and I don't have any intel in relation to that. I was just thinking based off of the turnover that you see. It's not a turnover from a standpoint of, I mean, if you look at the quarterback coach, Quinn Billerman went to Austin Peay. He got a quarterback / co-offensive coordinator role, which is obviously an elevated role for him. You look at Coach Jonathan Bradley, DC, but he takes the D-line head coaching job at an FBS school. So does Coach Onyu Buwaga, takes on the O-line coach at an FBS school. So 3 coaches out. One coach was replaced. Go ahead, brother.
You got to go one coach prior to all of them.
RJ Fleming. RJ Fleming left Jackson State for a short period of time and went to Toledo. Started at Auburn, but he wound up and actually won I think he won the position coach of the year, I think, in that conference, man. So if you look at the staff, man, coaching is, when you got good coaches, it's hard to keep good coaches, man. If you keep the same coaches forever, either don't nobody want them or they kind of just stuck where they at, you know what I mean? Middle of the pack. That's what happens when you put a good coaching staff together. It speaks to Coach TC's the staff that he was able to assemble, you know what I mean? And now I trust him, you know what I'm saying? Yes, it's official. It's official. 302 Real. It's official. This ain't speculation. I wouldn't talk about it if it was up in the air. Trust me. It's we wish him well. I just kind of grabbed this so we could put something up to talk about it. But for the most part, man, we wish him well. You know, I think we're gonna be just fine. Because at the end of the day, it's the Joes and it's the Janes and the Joes, man, that make the X's and the O's work. You know what I mean? You got to have them dogs, man, and you got to put them in the right position. And I like the opportunity, and I'm excited about the potential of what coach is going to do. The timing of it actually works in our favor. We're in winter workouts right now. We haven't even started spring camp yet. Go ahead, brother.
I think one of the things that was always said, I mean, and you guys mentioned it before, Zoe and Ken, most coaches always have a short list. You know what I'm saying? They always newly prepared, you know what I'm saying, for what's next. So pretty sure Coach TC got something up his sleeve.
Y'all see that comment right there? We ain't gonna run from that. The real too real. You being a little too real right now. Don't.
Look, I gotta address that too, because I'm gonna speak to all the Jacksonians because we are notorious for this. Jackson State got in a bad spot for having the same mentality.
Speak on it.
The moment something go bad in the first year of it, fire them.
It's a sickening thought process.
I'm gonna say this. That thinking was the reason. Look,
come on.
If something is not good or if it's not great in 1 year, you don't just fire and cut it off and get rid of it. Now, granted, if you're just having if something is bad for multiple years, then you can justify something. But please tell me how you talk about firing a coach or not bringing a coach back, not just after 1 year, after the first year on a brand new regime. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that the defense wasn't great. I'm not going to sit here and say that it was even good. The point that I'm getting at is it's the first year of said defense in a brand new regime. So does that not warrant for you to bring something back with some continuity to see? Now you got something to measure against. And you actually get to gauge it against what you did the previous year. Because see, after 2 years, you got data. You got justifiable data after 2 years. You see what I'm saying? Because after the second year, you can measure it against the first. Because if you stayed the same as you were the first, then now you almost ain't got no leg to stand up on. But Ken, if you was horrible with your first year and you turned it around the second year, you was good. Now what you gonna say? What can you say? So that's why I'm like, but in the first year, this is like, oh, so also ain't good. Fire them. Okay, then. So let's say you rehire somebody else and then they ain't good. Oh, fire them. I'm like, and that's the main reason why Jackson State got in that bad state that it was in.
You can't. Not only do we want to fire them, Zoe and TD, but we also be pissed off if they do decent and they get an opportunity to do something else. It's not like, this is the thing, man. All of that, and I keep saying this, and I know people think that I'm saying this and I'm being redundant. I'm not. All of that stems from self-centeredness, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because people really think that however they feel about Jackson State is how everybody should feel about Jackson State. And the two things can be true at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I'll come back to that. Because I don't want to lose my thought. I'll come back to that. This is what I do want to say. And I'll shut up. Make this quick. So everything you said was spot on. Two things can be true at the same time. You can have moments where this is what happened. Coach TC takes over and the whole entire roster gets overhauled. New system, all for everybody. Everybody's new under the system now. You see what I'm saying? There is no level of development in that system. You know how you bring young, youthful kids in and you put them in the system, and TD, they make red shirt, but you keep that same continuity. In the next year, it's the same. You know what I'm saying? You just building on the system, and then you got the terminology down. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. So maybe when you add more personnel and then you figure the continuity matters, man, when it comes to like reestablishing your program and laying the foundation for it. So to your point, that's why it's just idiotic to always want to, can somebody every time things don't go the way you feel like they should. And you know what? They're entitled to make mistakes. I'm sure Coach TC will tell you some things that he would like to have done differently. But again, Zoe told him straight to his face, you're going to be a better version of yourself in year 2, because now you got that first year under your belt and you're going to see things a whole lot differently now. And trust me, there's a lot of folks calling, but we can go ahead and deal with that 3-man front. I'll shut up.
I ain't trying to muzzle you, but I do want to say this too. I don't know why 3-man front pissed everybody off. Hey, Ken, I got a question for you. Who had the best defense in the conference last year?
FAMU.
What kind of front did they have?
3-man front.
Who had the second best defense in the conference?
Alabama State.
What kind of front did they have, Ken?
3-man front.
Okay, then.
It ain't. Hey, everything works if you got the right personnel, man. Not saying whatever. So you look at the kid. I thought was for FAMU 58. He was, what's his name? Dunn, best edge rusher probably in the league without, arguably you got a Gentle Hunt and the other young man in the middle. And then, I sat there and watched Alabama State control everything that we pretty much did on offense, with a 3-man front with great linebacker play. The problem with our 3-man front was we complained about it. Linebacker play wasn't where it needed to be. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you get the right personnel, you can make that thing work. Who's saying that we're gonna? I don't know what coach is gonna do. I don't. You have to. It has to all come together. You have to have the right personnel, the right calls, the right staff. That's usually what happens. Who won the Celebration Bowl? FAMU. I think that they can attest to the fact that they had a great cohesion on their coaching staff. They had continuity. They had a great roster. You know what I'm saying? It all happened, and it came together for them. Now the real challenge for Coach, I think, is Coach Colsey. Now I said the real challenge is going to be for like their coach Colsey, right? Using it as an example, since they won Celebration Bowl. Mm-hmm. Now you got some changes, TD and Zoe. You got the staff looks different. The leader is different. You see what I'm saying? The defense coordinator is different, and whatever else happened over there in Tallahassee, you got a new quarterback, new roster. Now you got to coach that thing and inundate them into what it is, and then we'll all go see what happens. We don't know, but there's a lot of unknowns. But you just kind of got to. That's when the coaching comes into play. But
see, here's the thing, like Miracle. I'm not going to even say that I disagree with you. You very well could be right. But the thing is, even what you're saying to be true, that don't mean he should get fired for 1 year.
That's actually not all the way true, though, Zoe.
Follow me.
I understand the sentiments of it, but I don't think that's incomplete. It's not.
I know this. I'm saying even if that's all. I say even if that's all the way true, that's still not a reason to sit there and fire a coach after 1 year in the first year of a brand new regime. Because here's the thing: even if you feel like the defense wasn't great, hey Ken, our defense wasn't like super horrible. You know what our defense was? It just wasn't what you saw the year prior.
So let me ask you both of these. I'm gonna pull a TD now. Let me ask y'all a question. When people say the right personnel, I think I want to let me first of all qualify it. We're not saying that the right personnel means that there was the wrong mix of players on the field at the same time. Right personnel could be this is my system, and I'm going to run my system to the best that I can with what I have to work with. So when we talk about, you have to also keep in mind last year, we went into the offseason with Niles Gaddy and Juriente Davis. Okay. So you're talking about a starter, you're talking about two potential first team all SWAC players. So this is after your recruiting, after signing day. You go into this, and then those players hit the portal. At that point, you're in the gleaning of the field phase. You follow what I'm saying? So you can't, it's kind of hard to make up for a first team all SWAC player to lose. You can't just go out there and run out there and find them just like that all the time. Maybe you get lucky in the portal, but whatever, right? So I guess in that instance, you know what I'm saying, did we, all current defenses will be compared to Dennis Thurman defense? If not, a lot of folks will be upset and want them fired at JSU. That's short-sightedness, though.
It's true, though.
It is, but a lot of, I'm not going to disrespect fans like that. We do have some idiotic takes from our fan base in a lot of regards.
I mean, when it comes down to coaching, I mean, it doesn't matter what era of football or league of football that you're talking about. If you don't win, someone always going to complain about a coach. If you win, you're a genius. If you losing, then you need to go. You know what I'm saying? Despite what the situation is.
Oh no, TD, I gotta stop you. Oh no, sir, my friend. Not for Jacksonians. Not for the people of Jackson, Mississippi. Oh no, sir. Do I need to remind you what happened to WC Will Cut Gordon? Oh no, sir. Do I need to tell you what happened to Big Daddy? Oh no, sir. Jackson State fans are a different breed, dog.
I'm speaking on the fans. So one guy asked a question. I think it was Thomas Farrell. He said, "I got a serious question. What did you guys see, that we didn't see?" He was speaking on the defensive coordinator.
I remember that question. Go ahead.
Right. And I think, Zoe explained it. It is basically, I'm like this. Anytime you get a new head coach, because first of all, I'm just going to tell you, I didn't expect the last regime to do what he did. Not at the beginning, to be honest with you. I believe each coach needs at least 3 years to get their system completely in place with their personnel, their coaches, you know what I'm saying? The culture, the way they like to do things. I think, it takes at least 3 years to get that thing completely situated and turned around the way you want it to go. So to be honest with you, I'm not gonna sit here and say, what Coach Prime did. I expected it. I did not. I'm glad it did, but that's what my expectation. Okay. So, so with that being said, it takes a while for everyone to get in. Ken, you made a good point with some players being lost and taken out. And then, you do have those coaches who can sub and come in and make that change. Who can get those, who could take the players that they got and turn them into superstars with schemes. So with that being said, man, I think it takes more than 1 year for anybody to really get their feet planted on the ground and really get to rolling. So
TD, do you know what you just did, TD? You just gave logical reasoning on this here platform. All right. You use logic, you gave logical reasoning on this show. Now, before I interrupted you, I made a comment and I said, TD, not in Jackson, Mississippi. Now, when it comes to I can tell you the story about what happened to WC. And do I need to let you know that we fired a coach that never had a losing season? Never had a losing season.
Coach Hughes. 7-4, 7-4, 7-4.
I mean, but that wasn't that wasn't the fans. I mean, you talking about the administration. I mean,
hold on.
Definitely the fans.
Hold on. You say what you just said again? Say what you just said again? You said Judge got fired by administration?
No, it said Judge is Coach Hughes. Robert Hughes is Judge. He's the same person. That's what I'm talking about. TD said something that is very true, but TD, you don't get 2 years. You're right. It does take 3 years most of the time. But at Jack State, 2 of them things. Two of them things.
Now I'm gonna correct you, Ken. It's one possible.
But let me say this though, and we have to be real. I do not run from this, bro. Our program was in the toilet for 7 years, bro, because we fired a winning coach for personal reasons. I'm just telling you.
So I bring all
this
it.
real quick. Hold on. Cummings gets fired, TD. We hire Hal Jackson, 00 Soul. He's fired in his second year, the middle of the second year. First season, he goes 5-7. Second year, he gets fired. I think Coach McCall, Derek McCall, took over as an interim. He wanted Derek McCall. He hired who? We hired Tony Hughes from Mississippi State. And both times we had Jerry Mack interviewing, who just got hired with the Jacksonville Jaguars staff. Shout out to Jerry Mack. Congrats to him on that. We said no, and hired Tony Hughes. He was fired in his second season, in the middle of the second season.
Fire.
And who took over? Coach John Hendrick in the middle of that season. Losing season, the first season, he was going to be given the 2019 season. Coach TC Taylor's added to that staff. He don't get to play. Actually, he did not get to. I take that back. Actually, he did not get to coach a full season. He finished out Tony Hughes' season. I want to say it was his third season, TD. I want to say it was his third season. Was it third season? No, it was Tony Hughes' second or third season. He got second. It was second. All right. So Hendrick finishes 3-1. We lost to Alcorn. It was 3-3 at halftime. We wound up losing 21-3 or something to that effect, 17-24, some shit like that. And people, because Alcorn was on top, and because we looked decent, we give him the opportunity. No, he actually did coach a full season.
Coach one full season, that's it.
Coach one full season because we lost to Kentucky State. I'll never get over that. Oh boy. He did not coach the 2019 season because of COVID, and his contract expires. In comes Coach Prime. But my point is over that time did I leave somebody? I just feel like something, I skipped something.
No.
2013? Who do we have as James 2014? Comedy. Oh yeah, I did. We had 3 coaches in literally in like 4 years, bro. All because it was just like this. That didn't work. Fire that person. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like it was a shit show. I'm just being real. It was terrible. So trust me, we all appreciative of what, just the resurgence. It worked out on both sides. But now we're back to, the reality of our world, right? And that is you get a coach in and it takes time. And the reality of this matter is Coach Bradley was already a good defensive line coach. He was a good D-line. He got a pretty good resume at D-line. So he was the defense coordinator / defensive line coach for us. And it afforded him an opportunity. He did well enough to get he got promoted to FBS with a bigger payday. That's all you can really ask for him in the coaching ranks, man. If you do well enough to get to the next level, kudos to him. Next man up. You know what I'm saying? Next man up. That's all you can really do.
And a lot of times, doesn't they put the school in a financial situation too? It can.
Not necessarily, because you have a budget. What puts schools in financial crunches is firing coaches left and right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, without question, it does. Heck yeah, it does. Because you can still be paying. They got some schools out here now. We're not in a position like that because there are some schools that's paying multiple coaches right now because they fired multiple coaches and they had buyouts and all them big old contracts and stuff. But for us, it was just, I think we clear on the books when it comes to that. But yes, you absolutely can put yourself in a financial crunch. But for those that don't know, these contracts are year to year. I think the head coach is probably the only one that gets multiple year deals. You know what I'm saying, on their contract.
Except JSU, because the OC had a 2-year deal.
OC did absolutely. So it just all depends. I mean, Coach TC got a pretty aggressive budget to do what he can do. And trust me, I remember when we was talking to him, Zoe, he got somebody calling in. He said he got folks, beating beating the door down trying to get to Jack State, man. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? There's still coaches out there looking for opportunities, especially with all of the musical chairs that's been happening in the conference. Come on now. Look at all the head coaches there. Hell, call Coach Mack now. I wouldn't mind him joining the staff. Go get Coach Mack. I love that. That'd be great for for dialogue purposes. But look at what Blue just said. One bad loss can cost a coach his job with the quickness. They can be 14-8 over 2 years, but one loss to a D2 school or back-to-back losses to a rival fan base are done. That is a fact. So if those are the rules of the game, you can't be mad when the coach strike one iron.
So what if the fan bases are done? What if the AD's not done?
Well, the fans can also put pressure on ADs because when you got boosters that support and supplement salaries. So, for example, a lot of salaries, the state can only pay a certain amount, right? So what you have is your booster groups that may subsidize the extras that's over that. So let's say, for instance, state only allows you to pay $200,000 for a role. Okay. But you signed them for $400,000. So that $200,000 got to come from some damn where. You follow what I'm saying? So if you got your alumni support, your money, your muscle, come on now. The AD gonna go to those that support athletics and gonna talk to them. They're gonna have those conversations. And if they out and they sour on a coach, you can kind of be in a sticky situation, or else you kind of get burnt. You lose the support. So that's kind of how that could go. You don't want to be in that situation. That's a mess. You want to avoid that at all costs. He said, regardless if it's right or not, the AD better listen to fans or they'll be gone. I'm telling you, man, it's just how it goes. It's usually how it goes. And I'm just telling you, like when it comes to this is a good day because the reality of the matter is that in our situation, there's only one replacement, and that's the wide receiver coach. Everything else has been coaches pursuing opportunities for advancement. It has been advancements in their careers. And that is something that the head coach can actually have a feather in his cap on. You follow what I'm saying? Because those coaches come out, regardless of the matter, it comes out from up under that particular coaching tree. And if it leads to whatever, the news is Coach T.C. Taylor's defensive coordinator takes a job, gets hired at the FBS program. So does his offensive line coach, gets hired at the FBS program. So guess what that means? That means it's an opportunity for somebody else to come to Jackson State because guess what that coaches see? Damn, Jackson State is an opportunity for me to go and advance my career. There's nothing wrong with that.
What programming happened more? It happened to Alabama all the time.
All the time. When you're winning, they want you. When you're losing, don't nobody want you. So I don't think that's more of a, I'm telling you, when I see stuff like this, I'm like, okay, what's going to happen next? I really do get excited about the potential of what's to come because now it's going to be somewhat of a shakeup. At the end of the day, that season we were 7-4 last year, and it was several areas in the defensive side of the ball we could have got better. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We will get better, but we won't do it under the leadership of Coach Jonathan Bradley at defensive coordinator. It'll be a new defensive coordinator in 2024, and I'm okay with that.
Hey, and so let me ask you this. So when it comes down to your coaches, do you look for offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, head coach, whatever? Are you looking for someone with experience or someone trying to prove something?
It's a great question.
It just depends. I can do either or. I mean, every circumstance is different. I think that answer should go both well. I think for anybody, they're being truthful because to say that you just always want experience, I think people just say really they want experience because they want the most known idea of a guarantee that they could find. That's really the only reason why they say they want experience.
But this is how
they just say they use that as a form of a guarantee because I've seen what they can do and I can bank on that. But then you get the person with the most experience and they haven't won, then what? And the greatest example I can give is look at Bill Belichick, probably the best coach in NFL history, right?
They get hired. 6 jobs are open. Nobody wanted. Now, let me say this, and to your point, let me add to that. The thing that here's the other side of some of our fans that we have to be honest about. There is a form of delusion that exists because I don't. I know for real. I'm being real. I know it's funny, but I don't think some of our fans are aware. Self-awareness is a great thing, bro. When you recognize where you are. When you recognize where you are in the food chain, it doesn't really, everything isn't disrespect, everything isn't a slight, everything isn't a negative thing, right? Don't you know that there are some amazing D2 coaches that's on staffs right now
Let me give
that
you a
are
great,
looking for
let me
those
give you,
opportunities at the D1 level,
let me give
right?
you a great example. Great example of that, right? That's how Chip Kelly got his claim to fame.
Kellen DeBoer, I was going to go, where was he at?
Chip Kelly, I forgot what D2 he was at. He was at D2 for 1 year and then went from there to New Hampshire, set New Hampshire on fire, and segued from that to being an OC at Oregon. Chip Kelly.
Kellen DeBoer was at an NAIA school
Mm-hmm.
for years and won several championships. What is it, Sioux Falls? Blue, correct me if I'm wrong, Blue. But this is what I'm telling you. I'm saying that when you understand where you are, you also understand, yeah, there you go, Sioux Falls, NAIA, that's correct. And he's the head coach at Alabama right now. He went to Fresno State for, I want to say, about a season or two, had some success, went to Washington for a couple of seasons and had some success, and now he's at, I get it, you know, sometimes what they say, luck is when opportunity, what do they say, is when preparation meets opportunity. Yeah, you get lucky. Your time, you strike while the iron is hot. Same thing. My point is, man, there's a lot of opportunities out there, but when a coach, it's still going to come down to the head coach and how he chooses to build out his staff. Is he going to try to start within his context and his contacts? Because you want camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? If he doesn't hire from within, move mountains, himself from Morgan State, he's finally has an offense and lays the top three. I'm with it. I mean, if it's going to be open, hey, go for the best potential candidate. But I'm just saying, this is crazy right here. This is true. I was looking at his resume. That is true. 67-3 over 5 years. Plus, he won 3 national championships at NAIA level. That is a fact. Dude can coach his butt off. That's why I was telling folks in Alabama, man, Alabama fan, you be cool for a little while. That dude Alabama gonna be all right.
And that's the reason I asked to explain the defensive coordinator position, because that's the first thing that we holler, and I say we, you know, on whatever level of football that you're watching. You know, do we really know what we're saying when we say these things?
No, because we don't understand how much a defensive coordinator, the average defense, listen, the average defensive coordinator job, you know, for F1, an FCS Division I HBCU program could easily be $100,000, man, 110, 120. That's a high end, bro. Dude, do you know how much a defensive coordinator makes at an FBS program? Hell, you got position coaches that's getting paid more than defensive coordinators on it. And I'm not trying to sour anyone. I'm just telling you, that's the way it works. You're not walking into an FBS program as a position coach or no type of coach without experience for the most part, or either being some some contact or being some type of GA, and you continue to work your way up. I'm just saying, the reality of the matter is that you gotta do what you can do. If you are a solid, it happens all the time. That's why we started with Chip Kelly leaving UCLA to be the OC. You know why Chip Kelly's the OC at Ohio State now? Because Bill O'Brien was the OC. He was hired, and he just took the head coaching job at Boston College. So he was only there for a couple of weeks, TD, like a month or so. They hired him to be the OC. He turned around and finna jet out. And Kellen DeBoer hires, I want to say at Alabama, hires his offensive, I think he hired the offensive coordinator or something like that from Washington, which I think he on the way out the door to go to the Seattle Seahawks. When your coaches are hot, they coming, man. And these coaches are gonna take the best opportunity they can get. You just got to be ready. And like you said earlier, TD, you got a hot list of candidates. Matter of fact, shout out to AD Robinson. AD Robinson always. I was talking. We was talking at some point. Man, you think that he don't have a short list of coaches in every prospective sport? He better. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you do that. That's usually the good ones are kind of, and then you just kind of. And here's the thing, just from some conversations. Look, periodically you just touch base with them. Hey man, just hollering at you. It's been a little minute. Just want to see how you're doing, man. Keep in contact with those coaches, and you letting them know. Look, if the opportunity presents itself, I want to work with you. And then guess what happens? You got a coach gets elevated. You need a new coach. Boom, you kick the tires on in and see if it works. And guess what? The timing may be right. They accept that opportunity and boom, there go your new coach. But that relationship was being fostered for 3 straight years. You follow what I'm saying?
We speaking on this. You want to go ahead and address that? Go ahead.
No, I just kind of chuckled because he said, yeah, you got it, bro. Anything else you want to touch on? Hey, before you go, Joe, hold on before you go, bro. Hold on just a second. I got to make sure it wasn't. We didn't even get to this yet. I wanted to give you your flowers, man. We're going to move on. We'll go back to the defensive coordinator stuff. I just wanted to give Zoe flowers because Zoe did say, he kept saying, I didn't feel like we would finish top 5 because I just felt like some of the others would be higher than that. But we'll get into this in just a second. He did say he felt like we was going to finish top 3 in all the FCS. And I thought that was pretty damn impressive of a job that they did with the class. Shout out to Light On. Shout out to Jonathan Diamond, man, for the work that he do and putting this stuff together. I know folk be on him and be stressing him and all that type stuff, but hell of a work, hell of a job. I'm actually going to talk about the other players that are not listed in that are not factored in this number 2 ranked class. So you got anything before you get out of here? That'll be the main thing I wanted to kind of touch on.
Nah, I saw it. Actually, we should be number 1. I thought we would be.
Shit, man. Houston kicked our ass, bro, and it wasn't close. I'm just telling you that. It wasn't close, bro.
But man, it's a good solid class, man. We
whatever they did over there, yeesh.
Who was that?
Houston Christian. Maybe Blue can speak to that, but I don't. They was like, I looked at the scores. I think we was at 70 in a number, and they were they were like in the 100. They were like at 100. I mean, they had like 8 3-star. It was a ridiculous class for an FCS program. Formerly known as Houston Baptist, but now Houston Christian. Go ahead, Zoe.
But I just, it's I just feel like we were right where we're supposed to be. The most dominant, you know what I'm saying, HBCU recruiting class for the 4th year in a row. Top 5 finish for the 4th year in a row. 2 by Coach Prime and 2 by TC Taylor. And I think when we win the way we expect to win this year, I think we got a real good chance to have the number 1 class again. And TC Taylor will have 3 top 3 classes. So that's all I got. I'm gonna get with y'all tomorrow.
Get some rest, bro. All right, we'll carry it on.
All right, later.
Matter of fact, this will be the time where we'll open up the streams. If anybody want to join us, they want to add to the conversation, you want to talk about the DC, you want to talk about this recruiting class. I'm pretty excited to touch on this, and I appreciate Jonathan for doing the work, man. And shout out, like I said, shout out to Light On. This is some good stuff. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is interesting. I like this. Of course, you want to get the best players in, whether the stars, rank numbers, whatever you ranking the player. At the end of the day, man, I look for that grind, bro.
That's right.
All this right here just filibustering, good talk. You know what I'm saying? I think we had a player come up. Say it to us, kid. Stars don't matter. You know what I'm saying? He said he played against some players that had these stars and dominated. So, again, it's interesting. It's a good dialogue or whatever, man. But at the end of the day, man, I want to see what these stars is going to produce on the field, what the recruiting class is going to produce on the field. And when you were talking about this, the first thing that came to my mind, I said, man, I'm not hear from Campbell no more. What happened to that coach? I know he left.
Campbell's up there. Campbell was number 3.
Okay.
They was up there for a minute. We had a great
The
class.
coach left, right? The coach that was
he stepped down.
Mention?
Yeah, he stepped down. I think the coach that was at Houston Christian wound up going on over to back to Campbell to take over as the coach. So they might still be pretty good. I don't know. They had a lot of good recruiting, but for some strange reason, he just could never really get over the hump. But I think from what we were told, it was a mutual parting, kind of a silent firing. He stepped away from it. But we'll see. Still reign. They number 5 in the FCS. There you go. But to be, man, that's impressive though. You know, this stuff matters though, TD. At the end of the day, when you get to campus, you still have to produce. Period. Point blank. The stars go out the door. You know, you don't get a sticker on your head and your helmet that's have your stars and your rankings on your helmet at practice. You got to go out there. Because what you say all the time, TD. Now you a big fish that come out of a small pond. Now you are in a big pond with some barracudas and some groupers and some and some sharks and some you in that big water now. So now you got to go out there and prove it amongst those your teammates. You got to go out there and put that grind in, and then you got to learn how to win. You got to have that will to win, no matter what. My ball. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I know you have. I mean, I know to some degree you have to have this right here. Well, but how much do you think that these stars affects the players mentally? How many? When I mean by that, people coming in think that you owe them.
There is
doing you a favor.
There is a real thing, TD. There is a thing. Let me say it this way. With some players that are starred and highly ranked, feeling like HBCUs are not, is kind of a step down from where they should be. There are some players that think that way. And then they go in the SWAC and they get dominated in the SWAC because they didn't realize the SWAC was way more tougher than what they thought it was going to be. You know what I'm saying? And there are, but that's just football. But there are a few. And then after a while, it's like the cream always rise to the top, TD. It always do. There are some players, they don't make no difference what program you at. It will get to your head. It just, I think that's why a lot of these kids, the success hinged on their support system, you know, a great system that they join to be a part of. That's why I enjoyed having a conversation with Coach Quinn, you know, talking about how he's big on culture. You know what I'm saying? You don't give a damn about what you would rank. And can you get to the meetings on time? Can you show up when you called up on? You know what I'm saying? Can I trust you? You follow what I'm saying? If I can't trust you to do simple things, why would I put you in the game with the game online and knowing that my career is on the line and you out there, I'm gonna put you in the game? No, I'm gonna have you on the sideline holding up your helmet with your clean jersey, and I'm gonna go put somebody out there that I could trust. That's how that works. And go ahead.
You know, another thing I noticed about that kid, if you just quickly, you know, let your mind, you know what I'm saying, ruminate or think about the NFL.
Yep.
A lot of your key standout players you never heard of, the school they came from. You know what I'm saying? Or you never really heard of them. Now, I'm not saying, of course, a lot of big schools have players that really stand out. But when I think about it a lot of time, man, it's your Savannah States, man. It's your Jackson State. It's your, you know what I'm saying, your small school that you never heard of a player that really exceed.
There's a few. There's a good handful, few of them now. I'll say this, TD. I think the majority of the players in the league are like 3 stars, man. You know what I'm saying? That's that kid that's probably a 4-star. He got ranked way lower than what he should because he probably didn't go to a camp or he probably slipped through the cracks and he got that chip on his back. He got that chip on his shoulder. He going out there like, I should have been a 3. I should have been a 4-star. And then you got that no star. I want to talk about a couple of the no stars that we signed. Brian Bam Williams, man, out of Creekside, high school. They played in the state championship game. Big time offensive lineman / defensive lineman that dominated. He didn't even have a profile. One of the top transfers to come to us was Robert McDaniel from Alcorn. Wasn't on the rankings, wasn't on nobody's list. I'd be damned if you're not going to count for him. Janalen Dupree out of Mississippi Gulf Coast. Kazarius Bowie out of Mississippi Gulf Coast. Richard Mays out of Colin. None of these players are listed on our recruiting sheet. Jaden Ward, linebacker transfer from Northwestern State. Cam Vaughn, offensive lineman, transfer from Northwestern State. Mason Barton, offensive lineman, West Memphis, Arkansas, 6'6", 315. I really like that kid a lot, and I think he's going to be a really good player for us.
You always been high on that kid from the interview, man.
Love that kid, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I'm telling you, man, like there are some talent on that that's coming in that wasn't listed, and it's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay.
Do you remember what was Quay Davis? Was Quay?
He was a part of our class, but he wasn't like highly ranked. I mean, for many of us, everybody felt like Quay was a project. And in some instances still was, but when he got out there in that game, he became a gamer, and we saw, damn, we got us something with this. You follow what I'm saying? So I have to just say, man, at the end of the day, man, it's all good clay. You get them on campus, and who's gonna put that work in, man? Who's gonna really separate themselves? Who's gonna buy into the workouts that Coach B putting in place for the kids, man? And who's gonna be that dude? I like the fact that he got the highest rate high school, and this stuff is important, man. Jonathan Dobbins and Blue and BJ Jones, my brother Josh Sims and them and HBCU Gang, the articles and those that cover HBCU sports, HBCU HBCU Pass, a lot of different platforms, right? That tell the stories of the HBCUs. There you go. He put it right there for you. He was a 0-star recruit and was a freshman All-American. I'm just telling you that just goes to show you that a lot of talent gets, and I don't think people really understand how they get stars. There are so many. I searched for several players that don't even have a 247 profile, TD, that are impact players, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be big for us. But this is why high school recruiting, this is high school recruiting. This is your foundation. You know what I'm saying? And you look at it. Let's be real about something. We were 7-4, Bethune-Cookman, I want to say, was what, 2-9, 3-8 or something. So Coach Woody is overhauling his roster. You know what I'm saying? They had in some really solid transfer. His son, who's a 4-star from Cal, and he got a lot of West Coast line. They're gonna have a stout defense, bro. Because if you look at the players, in my opinion, that they brought in, linebacker from Colorado State, linebacker from Arizona, just some big time transfers, right? But then he goes in and say, now I got to lay my foundation. But this is good stuff because this invigorates, this excites their fan base.
Hey, you may speaking on that on the line of something that you're talking about. Yeah. You may or may not want to touch this, but I want to ask anyway. How do you feel, or what is your thought process on the dedication, if you want to call it that, or the commitment that that William Roberts III made to Bethune-Cookman, far knowing the relationship, and I guess it's a relationship that went on with the previous coach for this young man, had the offers that he had?
That's huge for Bethune-Cookman, bro. You know why? Because we live in a kind of a Me Too type society. The Gen Z, young folk, man, is I think it's Gen Z. Is what comes after the Gen Z? What is the new kids, man? you got a young man whose dad is a multimillionaire, very popular hip hop superstar, megastar, and basically he had opportunities to go any way he could have went. You know what I'm saying? But he chose Bethune-Cookman, and that's huge. That's right. It's the latest current generation. That's correct. So that's big, man. That's big for them. TD, I like it because it adds to the conference profile. In the end, we're gonna learn that these conferences around us are still, and we trust me, it's like watermelons to grapes when we talk about SEC and Big Ten, what they doing versus the SWAC. But we still could be doing things to progress. You got MEAC's expansion coming down the pipe, right? But when you take a program like a Bethune-Cookman, who it was unusual to see them kind of down in the dumps, because Bethune-Cookman historically has always been a pretty solid freaking program. You know what I'm saying? But now you see Coach Woody, who's an alum, come back and reinvigorate that program, just as Coach TC Taylor is doing for Jackson State. Man, that's huge, man. That's huge. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we going to listen, DD, we're going to be in Daytona, baby, for homecoming. So we might see boss. The biggest boss might be on the sideline. We might get a chance to talk to us. Say, hey, bro, you were just on the sideline in the red seats in Jackson. Why you couldn't sing? You know, we could play around and do that. But that's good for HBCUs, man. It's good. And I just want the product. I want the product to be. Look at what Tennessee State's doing. Tennessee State kicking behind, bro, in a lot of different aspects, man. So we gotta come on with it. This portal, NIL stuff, and this extra COVID year has really made the availability of 3 stars right there for the taking for HBCUs. And if you can recruit well, you can go get them son. Look, Coach Mickey Joseph was late to the game for Grambling, TD, and he still managed to jump into the top 3. Now, FAMU's not on the list, but I understand why they're not, because they went the transfer portal route, because they trying to hold what they got in pack, and that's smart for them to do that, right? They number 1 transfer rating. You know what I'm saying? They brought in several pieces, and they hired a coach off the staff, which was the smartest thing to do. You don't lose everybody. And I was talking to somebody about this today. TD, do you know that when a coach leaves, for the most part, or get fired, their entire staff is out of a job? So that's why it's important if somebody on that staff stays on that, if they're elevated up, you get to save a lot of careers, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when that happens, then guess what? You get to keep some of the recruits, and some of the players still left. Some may return. It is what it is, but that's how you do that. I just want to see, you know what I'm saying, everybody elevating, and we all play our best and do what we could do, and then we go, because nobody wants to see a 77 to whatever the hell we had. What we had, 40, 42, 43. We don't need to see that no more. Not no damn Texas State. You know what I'm saying? We need to be going to ULM to win. And if we ain't thinking about winning at ULM, then we got the wrong mindset. I'm sorry. ULM recruited the same kids that we recruited, bro. No BS. It's about 7 kids that they wound up signing that we was right there at the 9th hour that we could have signed. So to your point, I think that's huge for them. They got 2 on the list. Grambling has 2 on the list. But you're talking about not a lot of coaching tenure. Coach TC is in year 2. Coach Woody is in year 2, and Coach Mickey Joseph just got there. You see what I'm saying? So just imagine if what winning looks like. You know, we play both of these teams this year, so we're gonna find out what they really look like.
Hey, well, King, you know what? I have to give credit where credit is due. I didn't like them. I guess we needed them, or need them, I guess. But I wasn't a fan of the money games myself. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, in the financial room, so I don't know what it takes. And maybe those are needed, because mentally it already prepares you for a loss. And I didn't like that. But one thing if nothing else, I took from the previous coaching regime is Coach Prime made a statement, and when we got ready to play ULM the first time, and what he said was, he said, "What money?" He said, "Money." He said, "We're going to win."
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? And I sat back and I listened to that and I watched it in the way he said it with the confidence that he said it, and he had me feeling that we could win. So I
We
jumped in my
should
car
have
and I
won.
went down. And yes, and that's what I'm saying. So that whole believe mantra worked for me right there. You know what I'm saying? So
We're not playing Alabama State for their homecoming. They playing FAMU. We just go to Alabama State. I just wanted to throw that out there. Keep going, bro.
right. But with that being said, man, I mean,
Look at this.
I'm looking.
See, I was 3. Last time a SWAT school beat a FBS team. I was 3.
I mean, when you look at the paper, when you look at the whole situation with them having new coaches, they doing heavy recruiting, you know what I'm saying, from junior colleges, and Coach TC coming to his second year with the recruiting class that he had last year and the players coming in this year, just saw sheer potential. I think, you know, just looking at it, that we have a strong chance to win. And I'm not going into this thinking that we playing, you know, Mississippi State again. Just say, hey, we just, you know, we automatically know it as the law. We're going to get the money. I think
Right.
that is a situation in which we can win.
Man, let me tell you something, man. It ain't a game on that schedule outside of FAMU that I want to win more than, you know what I'm saying? If I had to put it in that order, number 1 is ULM, bro. And I'm telling you, like, now, it ain't going to be no situation where you just going to be able to sorry your way into a loss. You got to go win the game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jacobian, if he's starting day 1, which I expect him to be, got to be on point. You understand what I'm saying? Them offensive linemen, I need Quay Davis and Kurt Ford and Evan Henry, who played at. I need them to block their behinds off. I need them running backs running with like their life on the line, bro. I need Jensen Riley in the tight end room to catch everything like Travis Kelce did in the AFC Championship game. You follow what I'm saying? We can't have no situation where we driving the ball to go win the game and we fumbling, we turning the ball.
Small margin for errors.
You don't have your margin is damn near non-existent when you playing against they're still an FBS school. I don't care what their record was last year.
Right.
They can blow your top off. You follow what I'm saying? People forget Texas State was ass before DJ Kenny came and took over, bro. And he hit that portal heavy, hit the JUCO ranks heavy, and guess what he did, TD? Put together a squad that really, you know, that dominated us. You know, they finished 7-5, but, you know, then it's crazy what they did. I can't believe that TJ Warren. That's a whole nother story. So they bring in the quarterback kid that had like a sexual assault from, I think he was out a year, from Arizona. And then the damn school boycotted, and then they lost their quarterback. TJ Finley enters the portal, goes to commits to Western Kentucky, and then now the quarterback they brought in is no longer there. I'm like, damn, that's a mess. But
hey Ken, Bro George just said something, you know what I'm saying? I think he was referring to the ULM game when he said that. I agree with that 100%. Now the question I have dealing with that, Ken, if the average fan can see the plays, why can't the offensive coordinator or whomever see the same thing? I mean, just
man, listen, I have seen some offensive coordinators in the SWAC that has really done a really good job. I really love the play calling. I don't know the name of the head of the offensive coordinator that I thought was, you know how you watch a game and I say, damn, that's impressive. I was watching the offensive coordinator that was at Alabama A&M when Akil Glass was the quarterback. I just thought he just always kept you off balance, man. He always kept you guessing. man, he have you thinking you're going left and you go right and he do this and you go down there. It was just, that's what I like to see. I don't like predictability. I don't
Very
like,
unpredictable, right?
yeah, I don't like the obvious, I'm just gonna do this regardless. The data is flagrantly against you. The set is against you. You see it, they running a scheme that just plays right into your hand. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I was later the quarterback play in the swag has been discussing. That is true. It's very true. Quarterback play is definitely down. This is a question I got for you, Blue, because I know you might have a hand in this. I have a serious question. Who the hell gonna be the SWAC offensive player of the year, preseason offensive player of the year going into the when we go to SWAC media day? Who gonna be the SWAC offensive player of the year going into the season? That's a real question. Because I was trying to figure out who. Can you say would it be Irv? Would it be Irv? Irv got hurt. Are you gonna give Jack State the benefit of the doubt on that? We say Irv because we JSU fans, but really? That's a good question, isn't it? I'm gonna pose one. I gotta, you know what? Body. No. I was thinking Miles Crawley. They won't give it to Irv if they didn't give it to Javier. That's true. There's nowhere in the hell. If Andrew Body had 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions last year, like 200 yards, he play half the season, he was hurt.
How has another year at all?
I'll give you a name. What about the running back Dean from FAMU? FAMU won the Celebration Bowl. He was the MVP of the Celebration Bowl. I don't know what his stats look like. I know they ran a three-headed monster at running back for them. I'm just wondering, like, do you give it to Miles Crawley despite the fact that they had a losing season? Like, I don't. Well, Yant didn't have the stats though. Yant didn't do what Dean did. Kelvin Dean. That's the name that I was trying to think how the SWAC historically goes into the preseason. They usually kind of lean towards the team that won in a sense. But he was I don't know. I don't know what his stats look like. I don't. I just kind of threw that out there. Coach Walker and I was talking, and I was like, man, this is an interesting thing. I don't think they'll give it to Irv. Hell, if that's the case, I mean, Miles Crawley had how many touchdowns this past season? Because we got a quarterback that played 4 games, had 16 touchdowns and 1 INT. Now he only had 10 passing, 6 of them was rushing. And I don't think Jacoby Morgan done enough to even get, to be in that thing. But he had 18 touchdowns. Who had 18 touchdowns, Doc? Who you talking about?
In the words of Phil Jackson, put an asterisk by their interception. But let's go.
Man, I hate that damn interception. That's a SWAC referee interception. I did think about Miles Crawley though. I did. I said me and him talked about it. Rodney Hill? Hell no. See, I'm gonna mute you because you talking about a damn running back that just joined the conference. Nobody talking about newcomers, bro. We're talking about the preseason. You just making up stuff. I know you ain't supporting Dean. You so happy about Rodney Hill that you won't even mention Kelvin Dean and he was your MVP at the Celebration Bowl. Come on, man. But no, I think Crawley, he fizzled out toward the end of the season, though. You know what I mean? Interesting. Miles Crawley, potentially preseason SWAC offensive player. That's gonna be interesting. Hill is a beast. I'm not saying that he isn't, but he ain't never played a down at the SWAC. So why are we talking about him? I'm talking about preseason. All good, coach. Hey, you gotta get your own money, man. Come on this thing, dog. McRae for it's a good one. What about my wide receiver now? Because if Keyshawn Johnson was returning to Alabama State, I think Keyshawn Johnson would have been that guy. hey, Fabian McCray.
Hey, but Ken, looking at the recruits stuff that we signed, I think the offensive coordinator. This could be easy for the offensive coordinator, Ken, or it could be somewhat difficult with the weapons and the talent that you have. How do you put all that together? Yeah,
Let me
man.
tell you something. You don't know what our offensive coordinator need to do?
What's that?
They need to call our big brother and partner first and ask first what he think. It's gonna be simple, TD. It's the mulligan, the damn ball. Do you hear me? While you're at it, man, grab the t-shirt, man. Go to the site, man. We got this is the last day to pre-order the t-shirt. Go grab your t-shirt, man. Support her, man.
And then you know what they're gonna say behind that, Ken? Now put it on something.
You feel me?
You feel me?
Oh, I'm making your back itch. I'm about to make it itch even more. Man, this is the best invention. Let me tell y'all something. You see that right there? This is the best thing that you could have ever. This $3. Look at that. This thing is amazing. I have it with me everywhere I go.
I mean, switch gears real quick, man. What do you make of the game between Valley and us tomorrow on both ends? On both ends.
I'll get to that. Let me
okay.
Let me finish this up. Let me see what else we had out there. Real quick, shout out to the bowling squad, bro. I want to show some love to the ladies, the bowlers. Hey, we have a first team all SWAC bowling bowler, man. Lady bowler and Juliana Rincon, and then Stephanie Vasquez, second team. Huge shout out to them. And then baseball, TD. Baseball. First team all SWAC. Eric Gonzalez, man. One of the best pitchers in the SWAC. We gonna go as he go, as he takes us. You know, Jackson State is projected. I mean, we fourth in the East right now. That ain't, that's baseball programs are stout, man. Softball got 2 dubs today. You know, they beat Grambling, by the way. So shout out to the softball team, man. Starting the season off with 2 dubs, and proud of them. Proud of them.
I mean, I like softball, man.
Yeah, man. They had a good showing today. Make sure y'all go get your baseball tickets, though, man. Make sure you go get your baseball tickets. And oh yeah, I did want to mention Kasim Harbor. This is our new punter out of Chelsea High School. He signed the day after signing day. So we add another punter, like I said, to come in and kind of get under the tutelage of Matt Noel. So you kind of keep that going. We got a lot of specialists now in the event. We ain't going through what we went through last year, TD, getting hurt with kickers and all that old good stuff. We got some depth in the room. We got multiple long snappers, multiple kickers, and punter. TD said, I ain't doing that no more. We're not doing that no more. We got 3 kickers. We got G Baby back. We got Leilani Armenta, she's back. And of course, you got Dylan Watson is back as well. So Matt Noel at punter. We signed a punter. We got Hunter Burns at the long snapper, as well as Mr. Salerno himself, man, Avery, starting at long snapper. So looking pretty good on that side of the ball, man. I did want to mention this because I like that they featured Nate. This is some stuff they actually talked about. Shout out to 247 Sports for actually adding because this is what I said on signing day. I was like, we have 2 recruits that are still showing for the other FBS schools that they had committed to initially that we flipped them from. They said Jack State latest edition, Nate Train Blunt is a name that's rapidly gaining traction post National Signing Day. Helen from Brandon, Mississippi, this 3-star running back imposes his will on opponents with the powerful running style reminiscent of NFL's own LeGarrette Blount. I didn't think about LeGarrette Blount, man, when I watched Nate run the ball. It said Nate Blount's high school Football achievements are nothing short of impressive, tallying a remarkable 36-19, 3,619 yards and 39 touchdowns after earning a starting role during his junior year, bro. His gameplay, much like LeGarrette Blount, is marked by a running style on brute power and subtle footwork. His parallel and their approach to the game is striking, going beyond the Cher Blount surname. I'm like, wow, LeGarrette Blount. Okay, I see it now. They put Blount together, two Blounts.
Mm.
I didn't see LeGarrette Blount.
He didn't paying. I mean, well, he had a good collegiate career, right?
He did at Oregon. He was the dude that punched that dude, man, when they was in the
Right.
when they stormed the field. I think he did something like that when he was with the Patriots too, or something happened. Man, Blount didn't play, man.
I mean, it's like we said before when we had a chance to lay eyes on Blount. Man, with the core that Jacobian has, man, they have potential to make his job pretty easy, man.
They do.
Jacobian to make his job pretty easy.
I totally agree.
I mean, again, that goes back to what we talk about defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator. It all depends on how the offensive coordinator is going to put that thing together.
Thank you, Natalie, for the shirt purchase. Irv will definitely appreciate that. He cracked that dude. There it was, Boise State. That's what it was. I remember that. Yeah. Man, I'm talking about, boy, that was looked like what is that, Kimbo Slice out there. But nah, man. Hey, the stream is open. If y'all want to come up, chop it up with us, we'll be on for the next 13 minutes. We'll shut it down at the 2-hour mark and give you back the rest of your Friday evening. Thanks. Shouldn't have been talking shit. I know that's right. Yes, indeed, man.
So King, you got your countdown calendar on for the spring game?
I haven't counted down yet, man. I just want to see the coaches get in place and really get started, because I think it couldn't have, like I said, it couldn't have happened at a better time for us to go ahead and know. You want to know who you're riding with, who you're not, and it gives Coach TC time to really you know what I'm saying, kind of revamp that thing. I'm loving what Coach Beef is doing with the players, with the workouts. Workouts are, man, they putting that work in. As I know every school is, we got to come with it, man. We got to come with that toughness, that you know, that tenacity, man. And like Coach Javance Jones say all the time, little work ain't never hurt nobody. Little work ain't never hurt nobody, man. Ain't nothing but a little work, man. Got to put that work in. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Go ahead.
I think I want to say this, man. I'm posing a challenge for myself.
Okay.
I want to attend at least 1 to 2 of Jackson State sporting events besides football. I want to spread love and dedication, because we yell VI love, but it's more than football, man.
Oh, no doubt. We are already doing that for basketball. We will do our baseball tailgate this year, TD, without no questions asked. We're not going. We will be over there with Coach Omar, because I'm pretty anxious to see that technology that, you know, that we were able to raise funds through this platform. Thank you to everybody that donated. We got to get by there and actually capture that, see that thing working, see it doing what it do, so we can come back and report it to those who help support that. And then too, TD, man, hey, softball, man. You know what I'm saying? We got the NCAA tournament, SWAC men's and women's tournament coming up in basketball. You got softball, you got baseball, you know.
Does the baseball season ticket do they apply to the softball? Or it's not a charge for softball? Or
no. Yeah, I mean, no, baseball, softball, the field right there is basically, you basically standing outside. We really could use an upgrade in that regard from a grandstand standpoint. But no, the season tickets for baseball is separate, totally separate.
So is there a fee? Is there an admission for softball that you're aware of?
Not that I'm aware of, bro.
Mm.
Not that I'm aware of. I that's a great question. I've never been asked that question, but based off, I'm looking at the field in my head, and I'm just like, I'm pretty sure it is. But I'm not sure if there's like a season ticket type thing. I'm not sure. I wouldn't think that. I mean, is it free to go to our games? I'm not sure. It's not a revenue driven sport. I mean, just like tennis, tennis, you can just walk up and kind of watch the game. They have match day all the time, and it's right there by the Walter Payton complex. So yeah, we're gonna find out though, TD. That's our homework. We got to go to some softball games, make sure we know exactly how the process goes. We'll come back and share it with everybody for those that may want to. No fee for softball, neither is soccer unless they change it. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Akwe. See, I know she's gonna be there. My girl right here, she's gonna be everywhere.
Man,
be everywhere. That's my dog right there, man.
I mean, Aqua be so many places. I think I asked her that. I said, "You got a job?"
Well, people ask me that, TD. I say, "This is my job."
Like,
what do you mean?
I'm just play Aqua. Don't just play it.
My coach said, "No, I just show y'all how to do it. Stars do matter, but you just can't rely on stars work come along with them stars." That's true.
I think stars have its place. You know what I'm saying? It has its place, but do I totally put all mine? No, I don't.
Yep. I mean, they definitely have a somewhat of an impact. I mean, I think they also create expectations. It's expectations that come with that.
Hey, it was a question I was going to ask you about 15 minutes ago when we was talking about offenses.
Okay.
When was the last time Jackson State had an offense that wowed you?
That wowed me, the offense, KC-1400.
Yeah.
No, Shador. I mean, Shador in year 2.
Well, let me say, let me go here then. Unpredictable.
Let's scratch out the prime years. We was enamored with Shador and still kind of struggled with that, but KC-1400, hands down.
I get it. Okay, I'm with you 100%. Well, what about that was unpredictable? Like you said you just said some who the offensive coordinator. I forgot what team you just said it was. He had 1 minute you'll be looking up, he'll be going down. You'll be looking left, he'll be going right.
Yeah.
When last time we had an offense that had you that was unpredictable, that you didn't know which way was going to come, but you was anticipating what was going to come, what was going to happen, what the play call was going to be.
That was it. That was it. I mean, I mean, you got to go back to the Jimmy Oliver era. You know what I'm saying? When he was the Magic Man was doing what he was doing, and the KC-1400 era, Coach Woody and Ivy. That's Coach Woody had. Now I ain't gonna just say that because hell, in 2013,
What if I wanted Woody?
I ain't gonna go that far. I'm gonna just say the KC-1400 years because bro. Yeah, you say Dare Asbury, Coach Shannon. I get it. I'm just gonna say the last time we had a great offense is when Terrio was leading us outside of Shador, and then prior to that it was the Jimmy era, and of course Robert Kent. So I just everything after 2013 was a blur. I try to forget all that. It was just bad, bro. We was terrible.
Well, I'm expecting to change, bro. I'm expecting to change. I think I think the recruit, Coach Taylor, again, like y'all said on Tiger Talk, when y'all interviewing Coach Taylor, he's coming to his second year. He had a chance to get his feet planted. He got a lot of players that he wanted in. He had time to sit back and observe and examine and go to games and to see the players that he wanted to get in. And personally, not that my opinion really amount to a hill of being, because they got to do what they got to do, are going to do what they got to going to do. But I think it was a pretty good job, Ken. I'm pleased with it. Like I said, everybody questioned the linebacker position, but I was telling the young man when I came in early who was speaking on the show when I was at the gym tonight. And again, shout out to him. I was like, man, I want to say the best room is the DB room, but I can't say that. You know, I want to say the best room is the running back room, but I can't say that. I want to say the best room is the wide receiver room. Can't say that either, Ken. Then I want to go with my guys, the offensive line. Can't say that. With that being said, man, all around, Ken, I think there's talent all around and the depth all around. So I'm eager to see how that formulate and come together and produce on the field. I mean, so
Yep, I'm right there with you, TD. I like what I see. I'm definitely not putting the cart before the horse this year. I told you my admonishment to the Jackson State football team is to, man, go put that work in, bro. You're gonna have to earn the Celebration Bowl. That's not something that's just gonna be handed to you. You got to go make that happen. First thing you got to do is you got to win your division. That's the first thing. That gives you a chance to play in the SWAC championship game. Then you got to win that game. Then you got to celebrate for a little while and then go win that game in 2 weeks against, a MEAC team. So we got our work cut out for us, man. And I think
hey Paris, I'm not gonna argue with you. I think we do have a good punter room. That came out of left field to me. Hey, the punter room is good. Okay, good.
I listen. All I'm gonna say is that we can see a change, Miracle, in that area too, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Mm. Hey, they got jokes, man.
I ain't got no jokes. I'm just
I didn't
saying.
say you. I said they do.
Listen, man. I take the statement that I just said and revisit this, bookmark this point and revisit it. We'll revisit it in a future show. So I would just say, hey, man, I would just say it may be more changes to come. Stay tuned.
And look at Blue, man. Blue. What
Hey, man, we'll take it, Blue. We taking it.
Right.
We maybe Quay Davis gets put on a preseason all SWAC. Maybe Evan Henry. Maybe Irv gets on the list. Maybe we don't know. Blue, who the second best quarterback after if Miles Crowley is going to be preseason, who going to be the second quarterback?
Man, that's a trick question.
Who going to be second team all SWAC preseason? Somebody's playing who? Because boy, you got a lot of quarterbacks. Hey, who after him?
Mm.
So I'm just gonna say this right here, man. I'm curious to know, like, what's your thoughts, man? Who gonna be? Just let me say this: Jacoby and Body are the only two guys who have real experience. Then you have to go to Valley freshman. If y'all don't make Jacoby and Morgan QB, if he not the preseason second team all SWAC at least, I'm gonna be mad. Because ain't nobody else left.
So what's Texas State doing by replacing Body?
Texas Southern, they got a new coach. They still got their quarterback from last year.
He wasn't that bad, man.
No, he wasn't. What's his name? Jace Wilson. Jace. What's his name, Blue? Texas Southern quarterback. Jace. I think it's Jace or something like that.
He said, that dude said, well, get ready to be mad.
Okay, he said Xavier Langford from A&M. Okay. Forgot about Langford. Jace Wilson, that's his name. Jace Wilson might be on there. You never can tell. He might be. He played the whole season now. He might be on there. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping off none of that. At this point, I don't think we don't really have injury hurt us last year. I know Fabian McCray better be on somebody's list. He may be 13 y'all SWAC, honestly. You know, Fabo, maybe like I said, maybe Quay, maybe Kurt Ford, maybe Evan Henry on one of them teams, first or second, maybe. Jeremiah Williams for sure, D-line. And BJ Washington. Oh, Langford is gone, or at least supposed to be. Langford gone? Oh, wow. But all I'm gonna say this, and hey man, this was a great show, man. Appreciate my brother Zoe coming up. Appreciate you as always, TD, for coming up. All I'm gonna say is, I'm gonna say this in closing. I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle a little bullshit in the game.
Wait, hey, before you do that, go ahead and shout out the Legacy Bowl and how you get there.
Hey, listen, we're gonna be at the Legacy Bowl. Y'all know it. I mean, listen, I'll say this, man. We in that thing, you know. We got
5 players.
Shout out to John Huggins, man. Shout out to Isaac Peppers. Shout out to DJ Stevens. Shout out to Jaheim Hazel. Shout out to Deontay Graham. We're gonna sit down with all of them. And shout out to
that was a great interview on Tiger Talk with Deontay Graham too, man. I like that.
Oh yeah, man. They gonna be there, man. We'll be at the Legacy Bowl. Y'all pull up, man. Saturday, February 24th, 3 p.m. Yeoman Stadium, Tulane campus, man. We'll be there. Absolutely, bro. So go to HBCULegacyBowl.com and get your tickets. Hey, as a matter of fact, TD, shout out to the New Orleans chapter, man. Working on something, working on a dinner that night. So coaches, any Jack State coaches that just so happen to be tuned in, let me know if y'all gonna be in New Orleans. TD, our crew, Austin and his team, and all the players, man. We putting together a big dinner Friday night. I ain't gonna say where, in an undisclosed location, man. Just know that the New Orleans chapter looking to try to do something big for the Jackson State faithful that's down there, man. And we'll link up 7:30 Friday night. We'll be sitting down breaking bread together. So
what about people who are looking to travel? You know what I'm saying? Do you have information on? No, okay.
No, we not do that. We can't tax them like that. No, it's actually basically like it's basically a dinner for that. I mean,
no. I was talking about for people who want to travel. Isn't it bus or transportation?
I don't have that information anymore. I think at this point they might be full, but I tell you what, if it is, I'll find out over the weekend and we'll come back on Monday, TD, and we'll get that information out on Monday.
Oh, and one more thing before you sprinkle your magic dust around. Hey, we gotta for everyone who's listening, if you want to go to any Jackson State sporting event, and you don't want to drive, you don't want to go by yourself, you know what I'm saying, it's too far off. We got this crew called the Fanatics.
Yeah.
Man, and I'm telling you, Mr. Calvin Younger, shout out to him. He will have a bus going, Ken. Monday night to UAPB will be a very challenging game for our men and women basketball team. So if you're looking to support and wanting to go to the basketball game and you don't want to drive because that's a dark drive, reach out to Calvin Younger and Fanatics.
We'll get that information for him too.
Well, it would need to be if you can get it and post it on social media, because the bus is leaving Monday. Will be departing at 1:30 on Monday, headed to Pine Bluff. So we get that information. So anybody interested, or if you want to tell the bus, or you want to drive, just know it will be a bus going with, a bunch of Jackson State fans. So you want to tell the bus to get in and out, to travel through the Delta, then that just know that the bus will be leaving Ridgeland at 1:30 in the afternoons on Monday. And the game starts at 4.
Game started at 3.
Oh, the game starts at 3?
Oh, wait a minute. Game at 3.
Well, I know they play Valley tomorrow, but
man, I'm thinking you're talking about the Legacy Bowl. You talking about the Valley? Oh no, you had it right. My mistake.
Right. Oh yeah, we didn't mention that. The girls, the ladies and the men are playing Valley tomorrow at. I think that game is at 4 as well.
I think our women have a really good chance to finish going. I think they handle Valley pretty easily on tomorrow. Monday night is gonna be a tough one against UAPB. I think they're gonna have to come to play, but I think we get the job done. You know what I'm saying? And yeah.
Okay. So we got Valley tomorrow at 4 in Edabema, and we have Arkansas Pine Bluff Monday at 4. Men and women basketball. Go out and support. Now, Ken.
Yep.
You digging into your bag. You got your dust in your hand before we shut it down. What you got, brother?
No, I'm just I was responding to some messages, man. I just there was a couple of things. I got a coach be on Monday. I ain't gonna say which coach. We'll work on that and put that out there on Monday. Football coach at that, so we'll definitely we'll lock that down. So y'all be sure to pull up for us on Monday night as well, man. It's gonna be a great action-packed show. Oh, wait a minute. The Lakers playing the Pelicans tonight? I didn't know that. Damn, they scored 87 points in the first half. Bro, anyway. All right, I'm going to just, I ain't know that. Sorry. I'm going to just say this, man. Tiger Nation, just, it's going to be a great 2024. It's going to be some more changes made, TD. There will be another announcement coming soon. Just stay tuned. So some people going to get the wishes that they desired, and some people going to be like, whoa, what is we going to do? So yeah, I just think you're gonna see some changes, man. Just we'll see what's out there, man.
So all we got to do, man, and we can do is trust the process.
Hey, cuz. Hey, let me know if you come down there, cuz. Hit me up, and we'll definitely link up. I'll be down there. What you talking about? Can't wait to see you guys at my Super Bowl. What do you? Never mind. Anyway, how can I get a picture of the players and the crew at the game in New Orleans? We'll be there, and they'll be They'll be on the field. I mean, that's probably the best way. I mean, after the game, probably come down and try to, we did that last year. Got everybody together, took a big photo. I see y'all in the platinum chat, just so y'all know that. I'm gonna break the news in the platinum chat. So y'all in the platinum chat, just stay tuned, baby. No, I'm just playing. I'm not playing. I really am. I'm gonna tell y'all in the platinum chat. You know what I'm saying? Just matter of fact, let's tease them. I want my platinum members to I'm gonna see if y'all gonna jump for joy or scream and holler. Let me see real quick. Hold on just a second. Y'all go to the chat real quick. I just dropped an emoji. Tell me what y'all see. But shout out to everybody, man. We one of the perks of the platinum chat is for platinum members is we have a private chat where we do discuss things a little bit more in depth. Off screen, but it's there. There you go. I just put it out there for you guys. Hey, we'll wait on that. So the 85 Tiger Show. Put that put your comment in put your reaction in the we finna get ready to close now. TD, you just looked at it. 100%. What's your thoughts on that, bro? What you think? Without saying.
Oh yeah. Oh well. Oh.
100%, bro.
I mean, if anybody watched last season and watched the show and what you just said, and it could be kind of determined. But because nothing has been mentioned along those lines, period.
No, it just listen, man. We going for it all. I'm excited, man. I'm excited about what's to come. So we'll just sit back. We'll wait till John and Bryce put it make something. We'll wait till something get out there, and then we'll come back and talk about it, man. We and at the end of the day, the reality of it is that yeah, we're going for it. I'll just say that. But everybody, I appreciate y'all, man. Got number love for you. I thank you guys for the support. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Y'all come back on Monday. We'll have a special guest on Monday. We have a coach. We're gonna get more coaches on the show, other sports as well. What's up, Galen? Galen said he want to meet all of us, bro. So we're gonna link up, man. Probably for homecoming. We'll definitely put something together. See who all coming, and we're gonna have a content creator YouTube collaborative meetup. Compliments of KC-1400 meeting. We're gonna make that thing happen.
I'm not sure who Galen is, but what's up, Galen?
Well, he mentioned it on Twitter today. He kind of had a list of folks that wanted to. I'm serious. We're gonna do it. I got you covered, Galen. I know. Hopefully, Timona and Doc and Blue and I don't know who all will be at our homecoming. We got UAPB. I don't know who's coming. Whoever coming, we'll put something together and we'll make that happen. So yeah. All I'm gonna say is this right here. I don't fret about. I'll say it this way. As long as the top dog is still the dog that's over the room, I ain't got no problem with whatever support that is amended. You know what I'm saying? As long as the top is intact, I'm good with it because I trust those that's running the ship. You know what I'm saying? That's just driving the boat, man. Trust me. I feel really good about that. And I stand on that because everything I've seen it's for the best. It's for the best. The Jack said Grambling men's game for the NBA All-Star weekend. Who? For NBA All-Star weekend. When Jack State playing out of state or something? You telling me something I ain't know? All right, let me look at this real quick before we get up off this thing, man. I'm done. I'm done for the night. I'll see y'all on Monday. Who y'all got in the Super Bowl, man? Y'all go ahead and put y'all winners in the chat real quick before we get about this thing. Who y'all got, man? I know y'all got them Super Bowl parties jumping. And who y'all got? When else do we play?
We played Gremlin on the 3rd. I don't see anything else.
I didn't think we played Gremlin again. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah.
Going to be at Jack State versus Gremlin men's basketball for NBA All-Star Week. We don't play Gremlin again this season. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a little confused by that one, brother. But we got Itabena. We got Mississippi Valley tomorrow. Men play at 6 p.m. Women are at 3. We got UAPB on Monday. And then we'll be back in Jackson, February the 17th. Oh my gosh, we got FAMU coming to town. We got to pull up for that. But Bethune-Cookman that Monday. Interesting. And then we'll be at Alcorn on the day of the Legacy Bowl, and then we go to Houston. And then we at Prairie View, and then we finish up with Pine Bluff. I definitely will be there for the March 7th, 100%. And then we'll follow that up with Mississippi Valley, last game of the season. Then we go into the SWAC tournament.
And that man said, "Cowboy, don't judge me."
Hey man, I ain't even get into the Taylor Swift stuff, man. I'm so sick of it. Yeah, bro. I hope Travis Kelce don't have a good game tomorrow, because
I mean, just for those reasons, man, I'm probably have to go against the AFC for a change. Man, bro. I try to remain neutral, but
we thought he was the best player.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody in Vegas, though, man. If you're out there, man. But all right, y'all. That's all I got, man. That's it for the night, man. I appreciate y'all, as I stated, and I'll chop it up with all the platinum members rest of the night, and we'll go from there, man. We'll pull up. We know Mississippi Valley usually have their sports on YouTube, so we'll pull up. Man said Travis Kelce fade. Travis Kelce can catch a fade, but for Taylor Swift, I'm sick of them folk, man. They just shove it down your throat, man. I'm sick of it, TD. I'm sorry, bro. Every time that man do something, they going over there to the.
Yeah, I know, man.
And I understand it. It's marketing. But I had somebody want to talk about, and then folks talking about Taylor Swift on the same level as Michael Jackson. I said, man, y'all gonna make me cuss y'all out, man. I don't care about it. If Michael Jackson lived during the time of streaming, TD, that man would have broke every streaming record that existed. That dude was there's nobody on that level, man. Not even, and Brother Seeley don't come for me. Not even Prince.
Facts.
And I love me some Prince, but I don't love Prince as much as Seeley loves Prince.
Man, Seeley just burned up his typewriter. I ain't gonna read that email.
I'm just sitting up here like, man, are y'all serious?
Shout out to First.
Come on, man. Kimberly, this is absolutely what it is. Matter of fact, I heard something today that I heard that Taylor Swift play on the other side, but on the same side, or should I say. And I think that that's the reality of that, but I don't think she can really, come out and say that. So just remember this. If it comes out, then y'all heard it here first. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask me how I know, but we'll see. If she do, I don't think it'll be good for her career. But anywho, we'll see.
Shake it off. Good night.
Hey, with that,
Tiger Nation.
peace out, everybody.
He's out there. Hey, what's he say?
What he say? Now, when it comes to popularity, MJ is top dog. When it comes to musicians, that is true. 100%.
True.
That is true. That is true. I love that. Man, I don't give a damn about no Swifties.
Yeah, I don't think it's that same thing, man. Boy, your social media page probably get
Man, I don't care nothing about no Swifties, man. I don't want Taylor Swift on my football TV screen. That's why I like college football. I'm sick of the NFL. Cause I understand it, man. It's so money driven. Anyway, man, I'm done. All right, y'all. Peace out.
All right, good night, kid. Later.